All right, later this morning, survivors of St. Anne's Residential School will be back in court. They're asking to have important documents released to the public. These documents are believed to have been withheld by the government during the independent assessment process. Survivors say these documents could show strong evidence of widespread sexual abuse or student-on-student abuse at the school. The government had denied that had happened. Joining us in studio is the man who is leading this fight, Edmund Metatawabin. He is a survivor of St. Anne's Residential School and a former chief of Fort Albany. Good to have you in here in the studio with us this morning.
Thank you very much.
I want to start out by documenting your experience at St. Anne's School.
Yeah. I was there and entered in 1956 as a 6-year-old, and I stayed there for 8 years.
Wow.
You go from September until June, so 10 months out of each year. You were in there away from your parents, your significant adults, and your teachers and guides, and anybody that was of comfort to us. 10 months of each year.
What did you witness, and what were some of your experiences?
Sorry for being so blunt, but we were electrocuted in an electric chair. We were, yeah.
As a child?
As a child, I was only 6, like I said, and again at the age of 7, all of us, not just one.
And that was a form of discipline. What was it that
No,
you
it
were supposed to have
wasn't
done?
discipline. It was just to have fun. When visitors came, they just lined us up and electrocuted us one by one. And they made you eat your own vomit. If you got sick on your plate, they just make you, you couldn't get sick on the floor because they make you lick that up too. So anything, strapping, hitting, slapping, whatever you can do to enforce punishment on the child, you can do anything. So
Experiences like yours and other survivors of the schools have been documented. There is a paper trail. The police or the OPP looked into these claims as part of their investigation, but the federal government did not want to release these papers. These are also the papers that were used to determine compensation.
Yep.
Why do you think the government is still withholding this evidence?
it implicates too many people. And this paper trail didn't start in this country, it started in Europe with papal bulls in 1535 that allowed Portugal to invade North Africa. And since then, it has allowed the colonizing people to invade indigenous people because, according to the book, because we are not Christian, we have no rights to property and ownership. So it gives them the freedom to take whatever. At the same time, you have to break the population. In this case, the residential school, the children were put into a residential school and broken. So we came out as broken people and destructive behavior after we leave. And it takes a while to catch on to the way of life because you're too busy thinking about yourself. Everything is all inward.
All right, well, we'll continue to follow the story. You are back in court again today, as we mentioned, as you continue your fight.
We're done. Yeah, we've done all day. We went as late as possible yesterday, and the judges, 3 judges, will take it under advisement, and we will see what happens. Maybe 3 weeks to 6 weeks.
We'll have you back on once that decision comes out. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you very much.